Hi, we're from the team of legalization of marijuana. The team is conformed by Diego and Yoshiro. Hope you like it. Let's go with the first person. Hi, can we make a little talk about legalization of marijuana?
Sure.
Here we have. Well, first I'm going to start with a little argument that we are against the legalization of marijuana because I think that the registration doesn't prevent free sale. I mean, if there is no control when the marijuana is legalized, I mean, if they legalize it only for medicine, doctors can make recipes, but like illegal, and that won't control uh, the circulation of this drug, and it will make the consumption of 15-year-old people or younger, and it can cause like severe damages in their body and all the stuff, all the systems, and it can be affected. Can I make you 10 questions about the marijuana?
Yes, sure.
Well, do you know what marijuana is, right?
Well, I know, but
Well, it's a plant and that is made a drug, and by now is the most consumed drug. Are you in favor or against the legalization of marijuana?
I think that I'm in favor.
In favor?
Yeah.
And why? Can you tell us why?
Because I think that if you like legalize something, you can control it better than illegalize it. I think so. You can like give less like substance. I think. And that can control, and you can use it like for medicines and for like food, I think, but in a less portion.
Okay. Who do you think consume more marijuana, young or adults? Young people or adults? How do you think the world would be with the marijuana legalized?
I think that many like I don't know narcos, his job will like get off. I don't know.
Okay, I understand the point. Would you smoke marijuana only for fun? Would you smoke marijuana only for fun?
No.
Do you know which is the most affected system? Well, the most affected systems are two: the respiratory system, like in the tobacco, and the nervous system, because of the electrochemical response that marijuana causes in your body. It gets crazy and it gets like progressively affected. How could you help a family or a friend that consume marijuana?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, by now there exists like some campaigns, like Alcohólicos Anonymous, right?
Yeah.
Well, there are campaigns like that to help people that can stop taking that substance, and that's why you can help. Also, these persons can be helped by I don't know, giving a talk and that stuff. Well, what would you do to reduce the number of marijuana addicts, like not in Mexico, like in all the world?
Like control itself, because you can like combine different substances that can make the marijuana less addiction. And that's
And do you know what are well? You know that it exists like a lot of negative effects, right? Or
Yeah.
do you know? That's why we are against, because I mean, in young people, the ones that have 15 or less, it gets like it makes irreversible damages, and people can become addicts like this. I mean, that's why we are against the legalization of marijuana, and we want to make conscience about this stuff. Well, thanks a lot. Hi, can we have a talk about the legalization of marijuana?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to make you 10 questions after telling my argument.
Okay.
I think that making marijuana market legal, I mean, it's like a huge mistake, because the legalization of this product will guarantee the access of it, and the number of addicts will increase like a lot. I don't know. What do you think? Do you know what marijuana is, right?
Yeah, I know. I know that it's an opioid, and I do think that it should be considered.
Do you think it should be legalized?
Yeah.
Well, you already answered the second question. And could you tell us what's your opinion about legalization of marijuana?
Well, I think it should be legalized because the thing is that marijuana is an opioid. The opioids only numb your mind, but it doesn't contain any additives that will turn you into addict to it because it is all natural. The thing is that when you mix it with other things, you become addicted to the other things. That's marijuana. You cannot truly become addicted to marijuana as it's just a natural thing. It's like saying that you are addicted to caffeine or something like that. It's just natural.
Who do you think consume more marijuana, young people or adults?
I think it's a mix, but I think it's more younger people because they're not used to the stress as the way that we do it. So I think it's young.
How do you think the world will be with the marijuana legalized?
I think it will be the same. I don't think it would change a lot. The thing is that maybe we'll see different stores and things like that. You can take an example of Holland. I think Holland. In Holland, it is legalized. In many states in the US, they are living like normal everyday lives. They just saw it like the market product.
Would you smoke marijuana only for fun?
Like yeah, why not? I think we should try it. Well, like at least once in our life. Then how would you say that it is bad if you don't try it?
Do you know which is the most affected system when you like consume this
The
drug?
nervous system, because it's a. I don't know if it's a catalyzer or if it's I don't know the word, but I know it numbs your mind.
Yes, that's true. How could you help a family or a friend that consumes marijuana?
Like you should give them the information about what it is, what it costs, how it's beneficial or how it is bad to them. Then you should go on and see if they get it, if they don't. So I think you should recommend it.
And to reduce the number of marijuana addicts, like I mean, in all the world, not only in your family or friends.
I think there's a lot of widespread about it right now because it is illegal. Because people is like, oh, it is illegal, we should consume it, we should try it. But I think we will reduce it if we make it legal. Because people will be like, no, it is not fun anymore because it is now legalized, so we're not making nothing illegal to make us like our adrenaline go up. I think it will be legalized.
Okay, but you know the negative effects of marijuana, right?
Yeah.
That's the point of us. I mean, did you know that the guys, I mean adolescents that are 15 years or less, get irreversible damages in their body? That's why we want to make conscious about the consumption of this product, and why we are against legalization of marijuana.
Yeah. But I think you should not ban it. You should only inform them. Because if you ban it, people are going to like it more. You are more likely to do things what they tell you not to do them. If you don't tell them to do it or not, they will just decide, and they will probably decide what is best for them.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Hi, man. Can we have a talk about the marijuana legalization?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is my argument, and I think that with the legalization of this product, the security will be affected, and a lot of risk will be generated, like around the world, because of the marijuana affects the central nervous system, and it alters the ability to concentrate and the capacity of reaction. So you can cause a lot of accidents or doing things that, I mean, you won't do like in a normal state.
You're telling me facts?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what marijuana is, right?
Yeah, I know.
Are you in favor or against the legalization?
I'm in favor.
In favor? Could you tell us why?
Because, first of all, the accidents per capita per year are no. There are per year. There isn't any accident like crash or something like that of a person that was in the effects of marijuana. So I think that's a proof that it affects the nervous system, but it could be controlled more than the alcohol. So
who do you think consume more marijuana, young people or adults?
it depends, because in the young people they are getting, they're starting on this type of things like consume marijuana, and the adults they can do it for the youngest people do it like for vicio, yeah, for fun, and the adults do it like because they know now what it is. They when they're stressed, I think
Would you smoke marijuana only for fun? I mean, like to get relaxed or something.
yes, I would.
Do you know which is the most effective system when you like consume this drug?
Then the nervous system.
And also respiratory system, like with the tobacco, but it's the most
And
effective.
cardiovascular system could be too because the heart rhythm starts slowing.
Yes, the response of the marijuana. Yes, it does that. How could you help a familiar or a friend that consume marijuana, like I mean, an addict?
I think that there's no addict of people addict to marijuana. I think that they just do it for call the attention or only for fun. But it has a little bit of addictive thing. So I think that it could be that is not addictive. So.
And if it happens, like I mean, if there are a lot of addicts around the world, how could you like reduce the addict number? But like, in all the world, not
Getting
only
them
Mexico.
to Anexo.
Well, do you know what are the negative effects of marijuana, right?
Yeah.
That's why we are against this substance because
Which effects are they?
well, as young people, it causes irreversible damages. Well, I mean,
Where?
if you are 15 or less, I mean, your nerve system and your respiratory systems get affected, and it's like if it was a chronic
respiratory
disease.
system.
Just like with the tobacco, your lungs.
It affects the sperm of young people because the marijuana make them the sperm mutant. So your kids could be get deformed.
Hi, can I make you an interview?
Sure.
Well, I'm giving interviews so that people can see our point of view of the marijuana. Right? This is our. Well, as you know, the marijuana is like one of the most known drugs in history, and it affects kids, adults, and old men. In each state of the life, it affects. Well, let's do the first question. Do you know what is the marijuana?
It's a drug.
Yeah. You're against or in favor of the legalization of marijuana?
My favorite because
Why?
I think it's like it can be used for medical uses, and it can be like used like for being happy, and I think it's great.
Who do you think consume more drugs? Young people or adults?
Young people,
What?
because they try to like do something new,
Will you smoke marijuana only for fun?
Yes.
And do you know which is the most affected system?
The what?
The most affected system?
The nervous system.
And you know what?
No.
Well, the nervous system is the more affected because it affects your neurons, your reaction time, your learning skills gets affected. How could you help a familiar that is addicted to marijuana?
I can talk about the effects of the drug and trying to help them.
How would you reduce the number of people addicted to it in general?
Okay, I think like making like a campaign about the bad uses that people gives to it.
So now that you know all the problems, the effects that have the marijuana, how could you describe the marijuana?
Okay, I think it's like great because it can save a lot of lives, but there's people that uses for only for fun, and it's okay. But when you smoke marijuana, you want to try something new, and you go for other things that are worse.
Thank you. Hi, can I make you an interview? I'm giving interviews to the people so they can reconsider their thinking about the marijuana. Okay? Okay, so do you know what is the marijuana? Yes. Okay. Are you in favor or against the legalization of the marijuana?
I am in favor.
In favor? Why?
I am in favor because I think that in Mexico and also in Latin America, it's better if we legalize it because there is a lot of traffic and a lot of delinquents about the marijuana and all of those things. If it is legalized, it could be like alcohol. In the 20s, the alcohol wasn't legal, but now it's legal and it's controlled by the law, so it's better now and it's more control about the people.
Who do you think consider more marijuana, adults or young people?
Young people. Because sometimes in the parties, you are like influenced to the drug or something just for get better, to feel better with the people or something like that.
Do you think the world will be better with marijuana?
I think that it would be better if we legalize it, but I don't think that we should be drugged all the time.
Will you smoke marijuana for fun?
No, I won't.
Do you know which is the more affected system?
I actually think it's something about the brain, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's the more affected system is the nervous system and the respiratory system because it affects your memory, you lose the memory, your responses, your actions, it also affect them. How could you help a friend that is addicted to the marijuana?
Well, I think that I would tell him that he should go to a doctor, but he will feel like bad or like I am trying to push him to something that he don't want to do. I think that it would be better if I tell to his parents about what is happening to him.
What would you do to reduce the amount of people that is addicted to marijuana?
Well, as I was saying, I think that if we legalize the marijuana, a lot of people know that this is, I don't know, like, not so provided or like, if, so it could be like alcohol, so they would be like more with determination and with law and they stop smoking marijuana.
And do you know the negative effects of the marijuana?
I actually don't know, because what I know is that you can die before smoking marijuana.
Well, the bad thing about the marijuana is that people younger than 15 years old get more affected than older people. As I told you, the respiratory system and the nervous system is affected, and it's permanently. All the damage is permanent. You cannot repair the damage. So now, what do you think about it? Do you still have?
Well, I actually think that it would be better if we legalize it and treat marijuana not like something like it's crazy, and actually treat it like someone who is sick. If we should give them better treatment, and actually think if we legalize it and if we see it more like a sick people, it will be better.
Okay. Hi, can I make your interview?
Yeah.
We are making interviews to persons so they can know more about the marijuana. Well, as you know, the marijuana is one of the more popular drugs in history. It affects your nervous system because your reaction time and your learning skills gets more affected. Okay, so do you know what is the marijuana?
Yeah, it's a natural drug.
Are you in favor or against the legalization of the marijuana?
Um, Maybe if it is like medicinal, like if you only use it when you're sick or something like that.
Who do you think consume more marijuana? Young people or adults?
Young people,
Why?
because they want to experiment things.
How do you think the world will be with the marijuana legalized?
Maybe there will be like less control in the streets, but people will be happier.
Will you smoke marijuana only for fun?
Nah.
Do you know which is the most affected system?
No, no.
Well, as I tell you, it's the respiratory system and the nervous system. The respiratory because you know all the small pumps, and the nervous system because the neurons get skill and you learn skills and those get affected.
Okay.
How could you help a familiar that it's with the drug problem?
Maybe I could get him to the. Well, I could like tell him that it could affect your respiratory system, and you can live like 20 years less, and that the only thing that it is making to you is it is affecting you from inside.
Now that you know all the effects that happen when you consume marijuana, what do you think?
I think that marijuana shouldn't be legalized and people shouldn't consume it.
Thank you. Sid, I hope you like it.